Hello. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the seminar on experiential learning by First Bridge Business School. This is where we are going to tell you about how exactly do you end up building real career skills. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Rajeev Roy. I'm the director of First Bridge Business School. I have a PGDM from IIM, and I had been dean at XLRI before I took a position of director here at FBBS. I have also been the placement chair at XLRI, at IIM Raipur, and at XIMB. Before all this, I was a serial entrepreneur, and I'm also an author. You can pick up some of my books from Amazon or from various other bookstores. So let's get into experiential learning. This year, you would have seen that there are very few schools who have declared very good placement figures. But for the vast majority of these schools, it has not been a great year. There have been a lot of people who had to opt out, and there have been a lot of placements which have not been up to the mark. One of the fundamental reasons for this is that the B school students are currently not well prepared for the job market. We have lakhs of MBAs, but very few of those are actually employable. And the reason for that is the way the MBA is being taught. If you're going to teach an MBA out of books, if you're going to teach it by making sure that you have exams at the end of the day, if you are going to then ask them to regurgitate what they have learned earlier, then you're only going to be chasing the recruiters. The recruiters are not going to be interested in you at all. Whereas the new model of experiential learning says that you have to work on solving real business problems. You have to work with real companies. A lot of AI and data has to be involved in the way you are doing it. And as a student and as a college, you have to build a portfolio of real work. Now, why experiential education can be very easily explained in this. Your degree itself is not enough. You need more than that. Employers expect you to be job ready. And a very important part of being job ready is to understand what exactly the job is. The best way to do that is to actually do the job. Now, let's look at a situation which is a few years back. You go to an employer, what is the question they end up asking? They will ask you questions on knowledge. A question could be something like, what are the various channels of digital marketing? Now the questions are not like that. Now the questions are about, have you done an email campaign? It's all about doing. Have you done something and how have you done it? And in fact, the questions go much deeper also. They'll ask you things like, what were the main problems you have faced when trying to schedule the email campaigns? What are the factors you considered when you were considering this particular TG? Those are the kind of questions that come in right now. So we are looking at a sea change in the expectation of the employer vis-a-vis the employee. So how do you get started with experiential education? First of all, you have to make sure that the right signals are there. The first few things that you need to do when you are trying to tell the world that you are on the path to learning and doing and learning by doing. So firstly, look at some certifications. There are now a lot of sources where you can get the certifications from. A lot of companies offer them free. So you're looking at Google, you're looking at Microsoft, you're looking at HubSpot. All of these offer free certifications. So go for those certifications. Then other thing is in the curriculum itself, when you are doing your undergrad as well as in postgrad courses, there'll be a lot of assignments and projects which are going to be given as part of the curriculum. So make sure that you have enough of exciting assignments and projects on your CV. And third is the associations and responsibilities. Every college would have a bunch of associations around various functions. So you can have a marketing association, you can have a finance association. You'll also have things around various other things that are done. There'll be an event being organized someday. There'll be student resources being raised. So all of these are responsibilities that you get an opportunity to take up when you are a student. So that is also a beginning over here. But as I said, these are good indicators, but they are very far from complete. They are the minimum set one needs to have before one gets into the serious content of experiential education. Now, the 6 things that you need to have on your CV, and not just have on your CV, actually you need to do this if you want, if you're serious about learning by doing. Uh, at the base of it all is the life project. A life project is actually a real problem being faced by a company or an organization, or maybe in some cases an individual. You work on that real problem, that real opportunity, and that becomes some of the most important part of your portfolio of uh, experiential learning. In fact, I would say that don't do a single real life project. Try to see if you can do multiple life projects. Second is internships. An internship is not a 7 day or a 15 day. Internship is long term. Internship is you actually having worked on something. It is not just attending an office. You have to show something for the work that you have done, and you have to work for a serious period of time. Many internships right now are not in the office. They are a work from home kind of internships. That is also fine. As long as there is a quantum of work, there's an output that is expected of you, and you have been involved for a serious amount of time, I think you're fine. But internships are very important. Try to do one, try to do more if you can. Third is a consulting assignment. A consulting assignment is when somebody faces a problem and there is an analysis required. So you help them do the analysis. The consulting assignment can be you as part of a larger consulting team, or you as a single person, or you as a team which is integrated with many other people who are also implementing the solution. Next is field immersions. So these can be much shorter, 7 days, 10 days, where you are going to be involved in an organization where you are going to do some work with them. It can be a mining organization, it can be some other kind of organization, can also be something where you're doing some data collection. It is largely some little work which you're doing, but for a few days. Then, this is interesting. If you are interested in solving a problem, if you're interested in starting something, if you're passionate about something, then I think a startup is a great thing that you can actually end up doing. And finally, there are a bunch of competitions. Competitions can be a hackathon, can be a pitch competition, can be case competitions. Participate in those. These are competitive, these are given out by companies, and these are competitions that will impart you with a real opportunity to learn as well. Now, let me talk about the secret sauce. When you are intent on learning by doing, these are 3 things you also need to do so that you are able to maximize your learning. First of all is the focus. Don't do something general. Don't do a project which is on finance, or don't do a portfolio of things which are just around finance. Make it even more focused around it. So let's say, for example, you are doing something which is around digital marketing, and you are doing digital marketing for LCVs and HCVs, which is commercial vehicles. So digital marketing for commercial vehicles is a focus topic. Now, you do also a certification, which is around digital marketing. You do a live project, which is going to be digital marketing of 3 tonners for the northern market. And then you do an internship with an organization like, let's say, Ashok Leyland or Tata's, where you look at their LCV division. So that shows focus around it. Now, that doesn't mean that you're going to end up getting a career which is specifically in LCV, but it shows everybody that you have an ability to go deep into a subject. So ultimately, the kind of career you choose might also be finance. But here you have signaled to the entire world that you are willing to go deep into a subject that is important for you. Another important thing is a mentor. Important for the mentor is to understand the world of business. So select a mentor who has actually worked for a long time in the corporate world, preferably in the kind of sectors that you are interested in, preferably in the kind of function that you are interested in, but somebody who knows what the world is about. It can be 5 years, 10 years, or it can be much more, but make sure that it's somebody who knows what they're talking about. They have gone through that same thing themselves. And third is showcasing it. What was our traditional way of showcasing our expertise? It was CV. Nowadays, CV is very, very inadequate. Make sure that you are able to publish maybe a blog, maybe posts on social media. Uh, have a page on GitHub. It is not meant only for those who are in technical professions, it's meant for others as well. Have a portfolio of real products that you can show. If you go to a design school, you'll see that a lot of students are moving around with a portfolio which showcases all the work they have done. Here, you just have the proof of work that you have done, and that is something that you can show to the world. So this is broadly experiential education. Now let me tell you the crux of the matter. One of the biggest reasons for you to go for experiential education, it is far more enjoyable than the alternative, which is reading through books. Learning by doing is actually fun. Okay, so now let me tell you about FirstBridge Business School and why we think we are doing a good job around it. So all these elements where we talked about right now about experiential education, all of these are very important elements of what we do here at FirstBridge. First of all, I talked about an internship. Every other MBA college or PGDM college in India will talk about an internship which is going to be for 2 months. In our case, we don't have a 2-month internship. We have a 6-month internship. That gives you a chance to actually showcase all the work that you have done. And by the time we send you for the 6-month internship, we have got you completely ready on how you need to work and what you need to work on during that internship itself. So let me tell you how. All MBA colleges will have 3 trimesters before the internship starts. In our case, we have pushed the internship. It's not in summer, it actually starts in autumn. And you get 4 terms which you have done before you land up for the internship. The first 2 terms are actually about the basics. The third term is about the customized path that you have taken. And the fourth term is going to be a lot more about the specific internship that you're going to be doing, as well as, of course, on the customized path that you have taken. Now, a little bit more about the customized path. I'll tell you a little bit later, but we have 12 customized paths around it. Now, who exactly is going to be teaching it? One very important aspect of experiential education is it has to be done by people who have experienced it. So here in FirstBridge Business School, we have all practitioners, CXOs, founders, product builders. Those are the people who will be coming and teaching you. Let me give you a sample of some of the people who are going to be teaching you. For example, Meeta Makan. She's a PGDM from IIM Lucknow, and she has worked in various companies, including IDFC, Bank of America, Barclays, Stanchart, Citibank, and she'll be teaching you about product governance. Rahul Agrawal was the CEO of Lenovo in India. He's also a PGDM from IIM Ahmedabad, and he will be teaching you about strategy. Sandeep Bhushan, he was the India head of Meta of Facebook. And he has earlier worked with Unilever, with HT Media, with Samsung, and he'll be teaching you about marketing. Tapan Panda, again teaching you about marketing, but he has actually led a variety of institutions. He has been Pro VC at KIT, he has been Dean at OP Jindal, he has been Dean at BML Munjal, he has been Director at NMIMS, and he has been Acting Director at IIM Indore as well. So here you have the leaders who are going to be teaching about various subjects. Their take on the matter is going to be so much more different than somebody who has just read up about it. Another thing that I was telling you about right now was that most B schools will give you 3 or 4 specializations. Here we don't talk about specialization. We have a single PGDM that you are getting. It's a general PGDM, but we have 12 career paths. These career paths are signals to your employers that you are focusing on a certain kind of career. And here you're not getting 1, 2, 3, or 4. You're getting a full 12 different career paths. These career paths you choose based on your preferences, based on your skill set, and based on what the market is saying where the jobs are. So just to give you an idea of what these are, you have B2B marketing, you have B2C marketing, you have product management, consulting and strategy, finance operations, and differently finance investments. Then you have operations and production, then you have supply chain and logistics, you have AI and digital transformation, which is one of the fastest growing areas and where we would like to think we do very well. Then you have business analytics, Digital HR is our 11th, and the last, but again, certainly not the least, is startup leadership and innovation. Not only your own startups, but also working in high growth startups where you are a valued member of the starting team. Placements at FirstBridge is not just 1 week where all the placements happen. There are several ways in which you end up getting a job at FirstBridge. As I said, a lot of live company projects. You do well in live company projects, you get an interview or a job offer. We have a 6-month internship. We expect a lot of people who are doing well in the internship will end up getting a job in the same company as well. The faculty and the mentors who come in over here are people who bring in their own networks. You will be able to leverage those networks to end up getting jobs for yourself as well. A lot of competitions, a lot of projects which you're going to have, they will give you pathways towards finding a job as well. And then, as I said, a lot of micro credentials, a lot of certifications, and those two are indicators of the kind of jobs you're getting. And all these will form different paths in which you'll be able to get a job in FirstBridge. Location matters. We are in Gurgaon's corporate hub. Companies like Indigo, Adani, Jindal, ITC, these are just next door to us. And we need to just walk across the street when you want to get them, invite them over for guest lectures. You need to just go out of the street. You'll be having chai with the same people who might be future employers for you. So this is an environment that is corporate. That is where you will be studying. There are a lot of international components to what FirstBridge is as well. We have an international immersion for everybody. Everybody who's part of the course gets to spend a week in an international location learning about how business is done over there. We have student exchange programs with universities across the world, and those who qualify for this will be able to spend a semester abroad. Faculty residences are when you have faculty from colleges abroad who come in over here, teach for a while, and maybe do some research and then go back. And then you have opportunities to attend business events and various other competitions internationally. We are the India partner for many of these, and that gives you an opportunity as well. We also have a 1-year program. This is meant only for those who have 3 years of WorkX. Again, a huge advantage is because you are right in the hub of corporate India. It gives you a lot more opportunities, and all the things I talked about in terms of experiential education. It's far more important when you talk about a 1-year program than it is the case of a 2-year program. A little bit about our fees. Our 2-year program is for 16 lakhs. Our 1-year program is for 14 lakhs. Both the programs are approved by AICTE and are internationally recognized. We have student loans which are available through recognized banks. And we have scholarships as well, scholarships of 1 lakh and 2 lakh. The scholarships are given on the basis of your 10th, 12th, and graduation scores, your other career achievements, including sports and cultural, as well as the quality of your job profile. So scholarships are also available, and this is a high return business education is how I would like to talk about. Our admission process is quite simple. You go to the website, you apply on the website, selected candidates will be called for an interview. The interview will be taken not only by faculty members, but also by potential employers. So we get the employer's perspective very early on. Selected candidates will be sent an offer letter. You accept it and complete the formalities. Before going from today's seminar, let me just tell you that we'll be having another one quite soon. We'll keep you posted on it. It is the MBA in the age of it is MBA in the age of AI, human skills that will win. So looking forward to seeing you interact more with FirstBridge. Do get in touch with us. any of the phone numbers, any of the email IDs mentioned over here. Do get in touch with us if you have any other queries, and looking forward to seeing you in the next webinar as well. Thank you very much.